Hey, it's Arrow. I've always had this attraction to comedians because I believe that they are the true communicators of what's vibing here in the States. Maybe it was because I was with the Pam Stone Show for 2.5 years and hanging out with her and Craig Shoemaker and looking at what life is like in the real world of comedy behind the scenes that I began to think, wow, everybody's got an incredible story. Not only that, but comedians know how to work their inflections. They're like the radio disc jockeys of the 60s and 70s when they would pop that microphone open, say what they needed to say, and then sit back and watch the rest of the world smile, laugh, and have a great day. It's not like just popping a song on and going, here's the brand new one, wrapping up another 14,000 songs in a row without talk. Comedians are like, whoa, we're all singing the same tunes here. But man, you're not going to believe what happened to me when I went by the QT before I came here. They're brave, they're daring. I look at them as being vocalized Evel Knievels. They see the ramp and they make the jump. And this dude does exactly that. We are unplugged and totally uncut with Moshe Kasher.
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Dude, I love your style.
Oh, thank you very much.
I do, man.
I like these Muppets.
Aren't they the greatest?
Yeah. Cool.
Now, if you could be a Muppet, which one would you be, and would you take your act and put it inside one of those?
I mean, I'm Fozzie. All comedians are spirit animals, Fozzie Bear. Every one of them. It's true. You can't choose a different one. Sometimes I felt like a gonzo, because I don't know who I am. But I'm Fozzie, man.
I always feel like I'm the chef. When I'm doing these commercials,
I've seen the chef live.
Really?
How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
Jealous?
Yeah, I am kind of jealous.
Yeah, he was funny. Straight up. He was straight up funny.
Wow. Did he was it the show of him being the chef? Or?
Well, I was at the Just for Laughs festival in Montreal, and they had a whole review of the Muppets. But the funniest thing was the Swedish chef bit. Came out, did his thing, eating smokes fish sandwiches, smoking cigarettes. Girl with the dragon tattoo. He's reading that.
I love it.
Real Swede, that one.
Up in New York, you can go into I want to say it's FAO Schwartz, where you can actually go in and get a Muppet. They'll make you a Muppet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's like, if would you do that?
Oh yeah, sexy little Muppet. Bring her home with me. Are we recording? Is that what we're doing?
We're on the air.
Oh,
man.
Great. Yeah. We got a big old Miss Piggy, you know what I mean? But just like a little bit less crazy with less karate skills, because I'm not trying to get Hayad,
Do you think she would have been a Playboy by now?
Oh, in Playboy?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Nice spread, nice bacon spread. Be good. Absolutely.
So it'd be like the bacon bowl, man. This is what I look like.
What do you got? What kind of tattoo? You got tattoos?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Celtic knots. And
Celtic knots. Who?
You can't have tattoos.
No. Unfortunately, not. No.
Because I know that having a Jewish wife, man, she's not going to heaven.
Oh, you got to. I heard about that. Yeah, right. I was over at the Billy Graham library today and doing coke off of some of the books there, and I did read that. It is an unfortunate thing, but who wants to go to heaven? Honestly, right?
What do you think's up there?
Up in heaven?
Yeah.
Probably a Muppet with big tits. I mean, that would be my guess. If it's truly heaven, how could it have anything else?
That's an interesting point.
Yeah, right. If you go to heaven, a guy like me and you look like a dirtbag. Don't you want to get up there and we're allowed to swear? Is that what's happening here? Yeah, you want to get your dick sucked. You're in heaven. You've worked hard all your life, and then God's going to be like, no, this is just clouds and good stuff.
I want to go back down there then.
Yeah, man. Send me away.
Oh, my God.
No, I don't know. What do I think is in heaven? Probably nothing.
Just the big space.
No, I have no idea. What the hell do I know?
The Big Bang Theory, and then it'd probably be like repeats of television and stuff.
Oh, yeah, it'd be all Telemundo. No, that's hell. That'd be hell. That would be cool, I guess, if heaven was just like an Xbox 360 and you're just chilling out playing video games for all eternity.
Wow.
I'm into it.
So you've been cruising around the country.
I've been all over, yeah.
Your videos do you fine.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very nice of you.
They do, man. I'm telling you, you're brave, you're honest, and that's what makes me laugh harder, because it's like, where the hell do you get the guts to do that?
Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you so much.
Do people sit out in the audience and go...
No, they usually go, ha, 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 at the end of the jokes.
Oh,
yeah.
Just at the end?
That'd be a terrible thing if I was such a brave performer that everybody was just like, Jaw dropped. Like, okay, you guys can laugh. No, I'm good. Things are good.
Where along the lines that because in radio, we all either sound like radio disc jockeys or we have a normal conversation. And there's a point in your career where you decide, I don't want to be that jock anymore. Where did you decide that?
You know what? You look up in the mirror and you just say to yourself, this is no longer working.
Yeah.
I got to check out. You're tuned in to my midlife crisis. Drive time. Something like that.
Oh, yeah. 4 in a row without talk, but I'm talking now.
I want to die. Sometimes I'm with my wife and I can no longer get an erection because I don't believe in myself as a man. Drive time. I'm going to die. I want out of this mortal coil. Okay.
Did you ever do radio?
No, but I like the radio voice. I can do a few voices.
Okay.
I can do radio guy. I just did it. I can do Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking. Hello, it is me, Stephen Hawking. And I can do movie phone guy, which is similar to radio guy. Hello, and thank you for calling movie phone. But that's literally all I can do, which are the three. I mean, I don't think those are very good.
And yet I sit here
useful.
And I can hear in your vocal tones that you could be the movie trailer guy.
Oh, yeah. In a world. But you were saying, so you when you switch over from radio guy to what you're doing, the more personable.
Right. It's like there has to be a point in a comedian's life where they go, you know what? I'm just going to do my thing.
I think so. I mean, if we're talking seriously, which I do not like, one of the things that about being a comedian, these young comics, they come, they'll ask you like, they're emailing me or everybody gets these emails like, oh, do you have any advice? I'm thinking about doing stand-up. I just started stand-up. Do you have any advice? My advice always is quit. But if you can't quit, then the real advice, and it's the same advice every comedian gives to everyone that's starting. There's only one piece of advice, which is get on stage and get on stage as much as you can. Just stay on stage all the time. And, it sounds sort of cliche, but the real truth is like, you're not really getting on stage to get good. You're getting on stage to figure out who you are, like it's like you have to be on stage to chip away all the bullshit that isn't you until you get, like I always say, your voice happens to you. It's not something you select. It's something that happens to you. So every comedian, when they start, unless they're really gifted, is kind of generic. Even when they're funny, they don't quite know who they are. You get on stage and you chip away and chip away and chip away until you figure out, oh, this is the comedian that I am. So it's not really a decision. It's more like something that happens to you.
Listen to your vocal tones, man. I'm telling you, I should be putting you on a car commercial right now.
It's not really your voice that happens to you. Listen, you're tuned in to Drive Time. I can't do this anymore.
Let me ask you a question now, because I know that in all your videos, you definitely do bring up Jewish right off the bat. Having a Jewish wife, doesn't that give me almost like half a legal right to talk about it too?
No, you're worse.
Why?
You stole one of ours. You know what I mean? It's like, why would you try to buddy up to me on that level? You're a culture vulture. That's what you are.
Yeah, but the holidays, man. I mean, look how many days I get to celebrate Hanukkah versus, I mean, it's just awesome.
Well, actually, and your kids are Jews, right? Mm-hmm. I remember one time, because they have matrilineal descent in Judaism. I remember this guy, this half Jewish friend of mine, he wanted to come to temple. And he's like, wanted to check it out. And we were like, yeah, we'll bring you. And we made the mistake of bringing him to this like ultra Orthodox temple. And the guy walks up to him. He goes, are you Jewish? And he goes, oh, yes. He goes, your mother? And he goes, well, my father. He goes, puts his hand out, 100% Gentile. That's what he said to him. I was like, you are the worst spiritual leader in the universe. What, no one told you? Maybe be a nice... Maybe. What a jerk.
The part where I always have to kind of go, huh, is when you'll walk up to a preacher and go, oh, you're one of the chosen people.
Yeah.
Man, they don't treat me like that at work.
Yeah. Well, or, yeah, as my friend Jacob Siroff says in kickball, I wasn't feeling very chosen. Funny guy, Jacob Siroff. Listen to him. He's a funny dude.
How's the rest of the country treating you?
Everything's good, man. I'm feeling pretty good. I've been on tour for a little while. I'm going on tour for a little while more. I feel good.
Do you call it a tour or are you just out there just
Usually not, but right now I'm actually in the middle of a long kind of run. I'm in North Carolina now, and then I'm going on a run with Aziz Ansari, opening up for him in a few different theaters, and then doing a college in Nebraska on the 14th, and then going to Florida. So I'm sort of all over. I'm not going to be home for about 10 days.
God, you're a rock star.
I'm doing what I can.
Man.
I'm opening for a rock star. Rock stars don't open for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I mean, Aziz I'm a rock star. Hell yeah, I am.
You walk in there, you got everything going on, you got your bling on and all that.
Yeah,
kind of
I'm
stuff.
wearing a lot of jewelry. You can't tell right now, but I got crazy amounts of jewelry.
Yeah, I like the way your hat is up there. It's almost like you're wearing a yarmulke into the room.
I'm a Marine, man. What can I say? I'm a sailor. You guys, the radio listeners, you can't see, but this visual stuff that we're doing is hilarious. Tune in. Google a picture of me.
You are visual on stage.
Yeah, I'm a big performer.
You definitely put yourself into it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
How do you put yourself in the mood for that?
That's a good question. You know, I've been doing comedy for a long time, so I mean, it must be the same thing with radio. You know, you probably show up and you're tired and you don't want to do it, and then you just turn, once the board goes on, hey, you did it. I mean, you don't really do that,
That's
but
exactly the truth.
Yeah, I've been doing comedy a long time, so when it's time to go on stage, I'm going.
So now you're going to be at the Comedy Zone this weekend. You've got 2 shows tonight.
Yeah, 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow, and yeah, Comedy Zone.
And when you come into Charlotte, you've been all around the world. You got to fall in love with the city, right?
With this city?
Yeah, come on.
Oh yeah, as a Jew, to be at the head of banking, I mean, it is.
Oh my God!
It's like being in Jerusalem, the real head of banking, if you know what I mean. Listen, guys.
Your honesty, man.
It's not honesty, it's a joke.
That's the thing. That's what I love about you. But yeah, I sit there and I sat there. I did your commercials, and I could not break away from your damn videos.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I sat
man.
there and I kept going. You're going to get in trouble, man. People are going to come walking in here. I'm going. I can't break away from this guy.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, man.
So and all I could say was, this guy's honest. This guy's honest because he's telling it the way it is, and people are laughing.
Yeah, good deal, man.
Your parents had to be going, no, don't talk like that.
Well, my parents are deaf, so they haven't been able to hear any of it. They're good. They don't know a thing that I'm saying. My parents really are deaf. I'm not just making a dumb joke. That's really true. My parents are deaf.
But what was it like to go to family events for you? Did they say, go entertain them? Because you know what it's like when you go to a Jewish event. You know, it's like people get in their little cliques, and you go from, or like when you're eating and stuff, that whole table full of food.
Right.
When you go to a Jewish
you
funeral.
might think they're getting
God.
into cliques, but that's only because you are a non-Jew. So
come
there are no cliques, man. There are no cliques. We're only trying to leave you out, man. No. I'm kidding. Lest my people get a bad name. No.
I love it, man, because there's so much togetherness and love and sharing and singing and everything like that. And do you ever break out in song up there on stage?
Oh yeah, all the time. No, I don't know. I'm not a big breakout in song. Jubilant. Sometimes we'll do like a rejoice in the name of the Lord kind of thing, like at the end of the show.
Like a bar mitzvah, you know?
Oh,
or
sure.
A bat mitzvah. Have anybody in here doing bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah?
Yeah, I actually do talk about that in the current act. So yeah.
How was yours?
Mine was terrible. Mine was the worst. I didn't know anyone. The theme to my bar mitzvah was the Holocaust. It was the worst. It was the worst. Are you going to bleep that out? That's a real good line. Listen, I did not know anyone at my own bar mitzvah. My family was there. My father didn't allow my mom or any of my friends to come, so it's just a bunch of old extras from the set of Fiddler on the Roof that had been hired to come down.
No DJ, nothing like that?
Oh, no, it was just an old Hasidic man singing over a synthesizer. You think you had a bad childhood, man? It's no wonder I got hooked on drugs. Literally, I'm not. This is not a joke, unfortunately. I mean, the Holocaust thing, that was a joke, but it was the worst. It was just a big old Hasidic hallway, trail of tears.
Do you have kids that you'll let them do a bat mitzvah or a bar mitzvah?
If I have kids?
Yeah, do you? I mean, you don't look like you're barely 21.
I've been on the road a long time. I might have a couple kids, but not that I know of, you know? So they might be out there just waiting on daddy. But I don't know who they are.
Well, you look like you're fresh out of high school, right?
Well, that's very sweet of you. I'm 34.
Holy.
So, hey.
Wow.
Well, I don't drink and I kind of smoke. You know.
Hookah?
I smoke one of those, those electronic cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of the smoking flutes.
It's so funny. The other day, I asked the doctor about that. I said, so, dude, what's worse, the hookah or one of these electronic things? He says, no, I do the electronic thing. That's what
your doctor said that?
Yeah, he said that. I'm going, are you kidding me? I thought he would have said, do more hookah.
Oh, that's the best. No, hookah's that is real tobacco. But I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what this electronic thing is, but it's like a nice gamble. See, with smoking cigarettes, it's not a gamble. You're going like, you know what? Fuck it. Ride the snake. Let's do this. I'm going down in a wheezy blaze of glory. With electronic cigarettes, you have no idea what might happen to you. It's very exciting. You're like, I might die. I might live a long life. I might grow a tail. Like, I do not know what I'm doing to myself, and that is exciting.
It is. Always on the edge.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the scariest thing that you've done out there on the road?
Scariest thing that I've done on the road? Oh.
Where you actually thought, ooh, this one I'm going to be remembered for.
Oh, well, the scariest thing that's happened to me, how dirty can I be here?
This is iHeartRadio, man.
All right. This is the scariest thing that happened to me in recent memory. I picked up some girl. I'm in a relationship now, so we're past this. I picked up some girl on a parking lot. She was a parking lot attendant, so pretty high level stuff. And so we were texting back and forth, and she was like, I drove down to Orange County from LA, so it's about an hour south. I was doing a show with that same guy, Jacob Siroff. Strangely, I don't know why he's getting 2 shouts out, but he is. He's a Jew. That must be why. So we're down there, we're doing the show, and she's texting me. She's like, oh, you should have stayed. I would have sucked your dick, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I started like going crazy Wolfman horny brain, And I was like, Jacob, you got to get a ride home with somebody else. This is an hour away. But I found him a ride home. And she's like, just come by. I live in Compton. And I was like, okay. Compton, great. Okay, so I'm driving back, and I get off in Compton, and I'm like looking for the house, and I can't find it. And it's like she's texting me like, no, keep going, go down this alley. I'm literally driving down an alley, like a dark alley in Compton at like midnight, and I'm thinking to myself, I am going to die. Like, I am going to be murdered. Like, her brothers are going to surround the car. They're going to murder me. Like, this is going to happen. But then my other part of my brain, my little monkey horny brain, was just like, keep driving. Do not pay attention to that other brain. You go. Focus on the mission. So I just kept driving forward. I swear to God, it couldn't have been a more murder type of situation. Like, literally, I mean, it was like, all the street lights are blown out. There's houses on one side and just an empty field. Just a perfect murder. Just a true detective murder space. I mean, and I got to her house. There she was. She walked out. No brothers, if you know what I mean.
Oh, man. So... And it was then you found your heaven.
I found maybe that's what heaven is.
In Compton.
Maybe heaven is in Compton, heaven is not dying in Compton, but getting a blowjob in your car.
Oh. So my Compton moment was Billy D. Williams was at a mall there.
Sure.
And so I walk up to meet him. He kind of looks at me like, dude, you're white.
Uh-huh.
What the hell you doing?
You're like, dude, you're Billy D. Williams.
What's going on? And you were out in L.A. Have you ever been to Compton?
No, never been to Compton.
Smooth, cold 45.
She wouldn't let you in the house, though, huh?
No, man, I didn't want to go into her house.
Okay. How would you have that? Oh, okay. Who was the actor that did that? Had Elizabeth Hurley, and then he goes and he's in. Was he not in L.A. too?
Yeah, it was in L.A.
What is up with you famous people doing that in cars?
Hey, man, it's nice. It's like a little universe of its own. You know what I mean? I used to really like hooking up with girls in cars. I don't know why. I think it is because it's like a little traveling apartment, and you can feel like, oh, this is private. I don't know.
Well, I mean, heck, you can have fast food in your car.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you can watch TV in your car.
You can get murdered in your car. There's a lot of good stuff to be done.
It really is. I mean, maybe the Chinese are onto something over there by giving you just this little, have you ever seen those magazines where you just get to be slid into this little place? That's your home.
Oh, like a little cubicle.
Yeah,
a little
that's
cubicle apartment.
This is your home.
Well, they just have a lot of people over there. Yeah, they don't have room for everybody.
What about New York City?
New York City, they also don't have room for anybody, but they're all living in a collective delusion that they're enjoying how much they don't have space. They're like, no, the outdoor is my living room. It's freezing out. But I like New York.
Where'd you grow up at?
I grew up in Oakland, California. Speaking of Compton. Speaking of Comptons.
Oh, my God. So are you a Raiders fan, or did you grow up hating those guys because they left your town?
Do I look like I care about football one way or the other? I grew up feeling nothing about the Raiders. I like the Raiders now because I think they're funny. They have like crazy fans. I'm into that. I'm not into football, but I'm into like, crime. So I like, crazy people. So I like the Raiders.
So now, being from Oakland, I always thought that you could always tell an Oakland person from a San Francisco resident because
they're black.
Yeah. Depending on what bridge you liked, if you like the Golden Gate or the Oakland Bridge.
Well, the Golden Gate is a better bridge. Let's be honest with ourselves. The Golden Gate is a beautiful bridge to kill yourself off of. The Bay Bridge is, it's nice now. They just rebuilt it. But I love Oakland. Oakland's a great place. Oakland, just like Compton. Oakland is just like Compton, to quote DJ Quake. But Oakland, just like Compton, is more than the rumors of crime and degradation that everybody likes to associate with it. Oakland's a cool place, man. We got hills. We got a hip-hop history. We got great food.
Yeah.
It's a good city.
And didn't Barry Bonds, when he hit that ball, did it not always go toward Oakland? If I'm sitting there looking at the bay just right?
At a certain point, he took so much steroids, it went into Oakland. It actually landed in Oakland. Come on, the baseball humor. Not my comfort zone, but I'm doing it.
I love your name, man. Was that your birthday name?
Well, ish. It's my Hebrew name is Moshe, and I started going by it when I was 16, full time. But my dad always called me Moshe.
I love it. It's very poetic.
Oh, thank you very much.
What if you could change your name to something? What would you do? It would be like.
I did change my name. My original name is Bob Smith. I'm not a Jew. I just got into this for Hollywood purposes.
So you had the surgery then?
Yeah. A very profound surgery.
And they probably said,
you know the surgery, Men's Health Clinic.
We don't fillet them, man. We just make it more firm.
Oh, man. I'm getting hungry.
Oh, my God. All right, so you're at the Comedy Zone tonight, two shows tomorrow night. For those that are listening on iHeartRadio, where are you going one more time so they can follow you?
Oh, after this? I'll be at the Comedy Zone this weekend, and then I will be at One Eye Jack's in New Orleans, Louisiana on April Fool's Day with Natasha Leggero and Tom Lennon. And then that weekend, the 4th of April, I will be in Boston at Laugh Boston. So you can go to MosheKasher.com, follow me on Twitter at Moshe Kasher. Yeah, keep up with me.
Dude, I love your videos.
Thank you so much, man.
You're a major part of those coming up there and be keeping people up to date because they really make you look good.
Oh, I appreciate it.
You're very fun.
You're the man.
Thank you
so
much for coming in, dude.
Oh, my pleasure.
You.
Thank you.